Kedu ka isi wee bịa Anambra then bases in Anambra?
Then Anambra was the last place in Biara. Then when I came to Anambra, I was in Ebonyi State, Imo State. Because it's from Cross River State. Then in Cross River State, I na kwegu na NAF club na Cross River State. That's na Calabar precisely. Na Mariano San Road. Then with a club, Nigerian Air Force Club. Then I'm manager and then a net. So Ogam with a contract, we deal with that net that they took him around anywhere Hana manage or Hana shows, both with Nigerian. He also has a contract with Nigerian Breweries, even Naba. Then we play in Nigerian Breweries every Tuesday evening. So I explore with that man. I explore and I enter. He exposed me to real music. That na ndị ha nọ n'Aba. Mbịa tụọ ha gap m tụrụ ha dịka nga iji okwu shi Aba gawa ihe dịka Equatorial Guinea. Ya gap m tụrụ ndị ha so bido egwu n'Aba m tụọ ha gap na dịka nga iji okwu shi Aba gawazi Equatorial Guinea. Otaka m she wasa ihe niile o ma guitar, my bass, guitar, my every other thing, my music, faces in and a keyboard. And then I started singing. I started singing on the microphone 2006. I was never a singer. And it was this man that pushed me into singing. That he must sing because I was backing up that guy. When I play keyboard, I'll go, my back here. And I was forced to back up. I was never a singer. But from backing up, I started learning some songs from him. Then on my own, I remember then my guy no na Calabar ga unzebo park cassette ni no je ti egwu me zuru ya ga mụọ egwu. I suffered. I actually strive myself to become who I am today. Ehim na hall for some days, some months. Ehim na hotel room na no na hotel room na hall. Eba na event na NAF club. Bru keyboard ga na rehearsal every night. Ndozo ga na. But I knew I would be like this today. Even now, today, I know that I have already seen my future and I know I will be there because I'm actually working towards that. Because then, before now, I worked towards coming to this level. I was working towards it and it worked out for me. Then, it was some demon has to be the band they Gbam then, but they left on the road based on maybe one day like they go too much, when they go Tige first, a lot of things was happening. Then, by the grace of God, to cut some things off. Me and Ogama were comfortably until 2009. My mom got Kelea. By then, he saved tell him some money, go speaker, go amp, go.
They borrow your mom as a souvenir, as in Ije sacrifice your mom to him.
My mom got as my mother go help or to show gratitude.
Okay.
Yes, to appreciate him for training me musically. And by then, me and my mom about go war, but now we him guy based on nam guy Jerry school, nam guy Tiegu. But the turnaround was that nam be batiweze egu. Ego apatatu wana di egu.
Yes.
I start handling things, affairs of the family too. Ne help with the supporting of the family. My mom be ahunkwa no baruru. Then nya be support to zemuche ya be de wakwaya ibem no. Nya be nyezem her support in the music.
Okay.
So anya ga kelecha Ogam niya ma Ogama agozikwa am sim no ga direm na mma. They made from last contract onyere m na Heritage Hotel na Ikom biaze Ebonyi State bia kwa ụlọ na Ebonyi State na ebe na Abakaliki Road bitu ebe a kutu egwu na Ebonyi State kutu egwu enkwara one guy na-akpọ the Lamb Band me na ya metukwara egwu that time nwa ọrụ ya akpọ m ka mbịa gụọrọ ya reggae with some kind of songs, he was a nice guy. Ndị mmadụ ga-amakwa the person aha ya the Lamb Gospel Band in Abakaliki precisely. So I met a lot of people then. Mandem ni chakwara aka ndị na-achọ ịmụtakwa ọma mba nyere aka kụziere ha one of two things. Nyekwa ha beat ha ji na-arụ ọrụ. Then I left Ebonyi State. Biaze Anambra. Bịa na-arụzi na-arụ ọrụ na Crunches. By then emepego Crunches na Uguta Road Onitsha. Anọkwa mụ kwuru egwu dide emepere ya. That was 2007.
Opposite Chobi Bazo house.
Yes, exactly. So I'm on the kutu egwu there for some months. Then the manager na managed there as of that 2010. Mbịara Anambra 2009 December. Bịa meet the manager say na no regional n'ime ndụ m. Na nwere enyemaka ọ ga-enyere m ya sị m oke na ihe ọ ga-emere m agwụla mụ ebe na-akụrụ ya egwu. But kama na m ga na-enye ya commission na ọkwụọ m ụgwọ. You understand? Then I'm gonna charge you something because we're gonna come over na company na come here. But I render services, it pays me. As of then, he pay me 36,000 naira every week. Yes. As of that 2009, then me near 6,000, jide 30,000. Then onye m na-rent keyboard na-enye 2,000 each day. The me should enye nye onye ahụ nye onye nwe keyboard 6,000 for 3 days m na-use ya. Then manage the balance for zina the money. So that comes to make it there from that 2009 December. Rude December, the mother new him contact. Now my card and my number. Maybe print a card, you know. So, but before this 2009, as of 2007, I created this Harmony Tracks band while I was still working for my Oga. But nke Oga is now already a one-man band. Then created Harmony Tracks band as a full band. And we are all professionals. Na akoro different band. Our drummer na akoro onye na-akpọ IK Presby. Onye kụrụ egwu a, unu ma egwu a m na-achọ egwu akpọ Ọsọfịa ọtọ mkpọ Ọlakụrụ onye ịbụ Chineke na-eme mma ọ dịghị onye dịka gị. Onye na-akụrụ ya drums a na-akpọ ya Chima, but to his blessed memory he's late. This year, sometime this year. So that was the drummer of this guy Kuregwa. Then one guy na-akpọ Uche Ologo. One great musician na-akpọ Ologo Agbai. On na NTA Aba during those days. They were a great musician. He studied music in abroad. The Uche was his lead singer. Then Uche pulled out from Ologo's band. Then when one guy Omoriho that pulled out from one honorable band like that in Aba then too, he was a keyboardist. Dr. Moriho. The more pulled from Charlie, which is my boss. Then with one guy na-akpọ Chigozie nwa Fanta na-akpọ B, is all very good. So it was this how the team was. Anyị akọwa Harmony Tracks band. Then due to na mụnwa, I got no school, I got university, but I'm a akwụkwọ, so I had to create. And I learned a lot of things from my boss, both administration and music, and a lot of things. Because him, all the so educated, the Ghana man that trained me. So I learned a lot of things, administration in music and every otherwise. I thought maybe I would because some cover, I did go too much. So 2009 December launched me into my success in life. It launched me into and I suffered. I was sleeping in that children's department in Aguta Road, na Crunchies. Then people now advised me to come to Oka. That was how I came to Anambra State, as in to Oka precisely. I'm already in Anambra State.
Yes.
Then there's Oka. I went to contract na Checkers Hotel, which is when the club na Obarumba. Ndobla Maya Gama. If you know, you know those days. So Amwa Wena Kwegu na Barumba live band from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Just 4 days in a week. Maybe I'm at the hotel for 2 years and 6 months.
Far back.
Near Tiegu, Anambra State. Ebanka, and in nightlife, Oka. That was where all the nightlife was.
Barumba.
Makandena Magi. No for the channel man, Rose Life. No for the channel on Ibiza. No for the channel on Wokudi. No for the channel on Fonsoj. No for the channel on Palas Vadis. I'm on a lot of man. No for the channel on Ozone, Aroma. Based on mana enweghị ọbụla mam ebe ọbụla isi mata ma ndị makwa m na Abuja. As of 2010 m bido that contract around November or August. Obi Kubana ha batara. Obi Kubana onye ọbụla ma ha bịara Ọka for Iberia na Amansi. One guy na-akpọ Boboski or one of their friends. So the guy Empire nwụrụ. So onye na-manage Ozone as of then a na-akpọ Udoka, you know. And that Ozone, I heard that it was Asamma, that's the owner, the CEO of Ibiza Group, who was the owner of that Ozone. So the manager then, Udoka, now called me. Nambia, Nenwere Baiga Gaya Egu. And him na chiko now, the main purpose of him chori ukwu na this Gbam. N'igwa na kogo m eziokwu na ọ ga-akwụ m ụgwọ. But na ọ na m ga there na ma datọrọ ego na ọ ga-enye m 20,000. And as of then, him ji aga ọrụ mgbe ahụ o 50,000 iji ga ọrụ. M si mba and oduka ihe ha na m eme ya ọ na o wetu ọga m shi zụọ m mana m bịara Anambra State the proposal of it na-abịa ebe m nọ mgbe ọbụla ndị ọ na-ewe m ma mmadụ bịa kpọọ m na-agwa m oduka ihe a ndị na-ewe m iwe n'egwu onye kpọọ m ga-esi m na mbịa tie egwu na a ga-etu m ego imebichala ihe niile ịkpọọ m egwu ga-esi m na mbịa na Peter Obi ga-abịa na gọvanọ ka ga-abịa na Jizọs Kraịst ga-abịa deputy Jizọs ana m alaiki ya ịchịkpọ m ọrụ kpọọ m ọrụ anyị akpa prize na-abịa ka ọrụ onwe m ọrụ agwala m onye ga-abịa ma onye na-aga abịa ihe ọzọ na-ekwe m iwe n'ọrụ ịkpọ m ọrụ m gwa gị price gị sị m na onye a na-anakwa na onye a nakwara mi na onye ahụ awụ the same because ọ na ị chọrọ onye ahụ ị ga-agawa na nke onye ahụ ga-akpọ ya mana ị chọrọ harmony and ịbịa gị ebe m nọ m agwa gị price m. Okay, so 2010 ahụ ka m jere ọrụ ahụ I have to compromise and follow Udoka and go to that work na Amansi na wakekeeping, and that was where I met Mazi Ikem Mazeli, which is my Piman governor of Anambra State. The first time I met him on stage. But then, I'm na akụ egwu na crunches. Go one day, this surprise from coming in one man band. Yeah, ego. Sim dia keki say everybody was surprised because if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm the first person to bring that woman band in Anambra State in a grand style, nature as of 2007. So you're blind this surprise like how one person gonna go egwu na akpa na ani aka ya na-eme ka computer, So imeji egwu n'abalị na Amansi Obi Cubana ma Asamma ha nọchadia with their cartel. Only kind of Barome, Boboski ha. Attack ha niile cartel of big boys and but he 2 million abele me na my boy na back him. So ha sị ka anata number m. Udoka sana Nsụgbadị na m na-etikwa egwu no zone na be ya na Nsụgbadị. Udoka bịasị m na m afụgo ihe ọ gwara m na this da na m dị na mapụzi ihe ga-eme. After some time, Obi Cubana akpọ m na phone na m ga-abịa nwa Abuja bịa tie m si ya why not enwe m na ọ dabara m na ya. Ya so okay na ọ ga-akpọghachi mecha ya akpọghachi m si m na nwunye m si ya na ime na ọ ga-abịa ka ịkpa ya akpa n'ọka before ma abịawa. Ya so okay ọ dị ka nwere ihe ha ji n'ọka uru mgbe ọ ga ya fly abịa ọka don't know nwere ihe ha ji ma maka mụ akoko bịa ọka don't know but ịma na ọ bịaziri ọka ha akpọọ m ya na ọga m present na awa Asamma ya na ya esoro bịa ọka kpọọ m na phone ma bịa ozone. I was surprised ma ahụ ha abụọ ha eduru. Although then I wasn't that surprised because I'm not going to Obi Cubana of today now. He was just Obin na Yegbu then, So me na he duru.
Obole Yankee.
Yes, Obole Yankee. Anya akpa otai geshibi akụ egwu na Abuja kpacha anya adabara mini ya na price ego ga na akwụ kpacha ego ga na akwụ everything. Then he was paying me 150,000 every month. That 2010. But I worked for him just for 3 months. One name Maya bia and I'm hot. And I was making money then. Ebe nkam no meet UC nwa GUO transport. Ọmụ akụrụ egwu na child education nwa ya first issue ya nwunye ya mụrụ ya na Taco Park na Abuja as of that 2010. Ebe nkam na UC no matter, but I lost his contact when I traveled abroad and came back. So that was how I played in Cubana in Abuja 2010. I was the first live band that played with Cubana then. And I stayed with Cubana. He celebrate 1 year. That 2010 because I came out 2010. Then I learned it was open 2009. That's Cubana. So that can change encounter with Obi Cubana and every member of their cartel, Then with that pressure, I got 2 boy. One name may be name. So moi, I try me parry the man. Because that had you got Obi Cubana so 2010. Go. Plate number na easy to customize, maka ndị na-amaghị but o jizi ajọ ego ke but mgbe ugo oga is the boss. All the cars which are plate number Cuba 1, Cuba 2, Cuba 3, So instead of feedback party, but nwa aghọtaghị the reason jila nwa na-ewere me because he later called me on phone. So not kpọtara m Abuja ma allow without waiting for him to come back from South Africa where he travel out of country there. I say I can't stay because Oduka hot. I got 2 boy. One name mom na-enye m. I might insult him and he's an elderly person and I don't like to insult people. So, but on a emekpa ma ahụ and ama m ihe m mere ya ihe ọjọọ m mere. So to avoid me na ya ịba mba ma ọma akparịa ya. So I had to stay on my own for the meantime. Ịlọtazie ọkwa na m galachi Abuja. Anya akpa I will explain why I left. Then I hazie ọnọdụ ma lọtakwa back. But he couldn't give me the listening ear. Even when he called me and gave me because I was later begging him. Nah, check cover. I did not quarrel with Obi Cubana actually. He's a nice guy. Me na enweghị issue. But the issue that he chose me over everything. Maybe I don't know. Or maybe he just got angry. Because I actually called him back and begged him. See, I come la chukwa Abuja bịa tibe egwu na Cubana. He asked him that no more. That the opportunity just only once. That I will not. That na mkparịrị ya by not waiting for him to come back. Me say I'm under pressure. And that pressure no. Aka m obere nwa then. You understand? So ọ na m nọ dị na-asị ka nchere ya. with obi nwa okorobịa nọ n'ime ma ndafọ atụgo m obere peanut obere ego anya of them enwere ike masị ka m challenge ya nyanwa will not be happy to hear that na m kparịrị nwanne m mmanya, you know that kind of thing. Ọ ga-adị more, the case ga-adị more bigger. Mana ụta m lara na I felt like na ọ batara ọjọọ m kọwara ya, and what I needed then that he couldn't do was to get an accommodation from which I discussed with him, because I was living in the staff quarters. Man say I don't like staff. I thought you have a hotel, you know. So he was on the verge of getting me an accommodation in Abuja. Man, a lot of that thing. So I thought maybe he would have arranged the accommodation back. Then I'll come back to Cubana and start my work back. Then Kamena one name Maya Modebe Usobu, because all the Kam is too close to them, because even now
there were any problem gonna the Chiboy guy anywhere or no what he made or just so for Tachawago from nowhere.
Yes, problem in here when with that now. Anime saying you also say. You understand? As only you know, for a long time. And the Yama. But I imagine that now in that environment, I had an issue with people then, you know, that I couldn't smoke in that environment, which I did not know. And even if I must know, but my age then, or we because of Obi you know, yes. You must see there's a way to behave anywhere you find yourself, you know. So, but the way Ojina, the one I reacted to think that Ochi reacted to that smoke of a thing then was too bad that he, in the middle of the night, he bounced me out of the place. So what if Nando Georgia about me more, I bet he robbed my, but what anything happened to me? It's so uncalled for, like, and not that
so rude.
Yeah, it's so rude, and I apologize. Not that I did not apologize, I apologize, but they were doing things like is it that they don't tolerate no any, and they can do anything to anybody at any time. But actually, the main fact I just so cool now, there was a time he drank. That was on a Sunday. So when he drank, and I went for outside show, which I told him that I have an outside outdoor show I'm going, because the equipment there was their own. I used the equipment for their outdoor show. It was actually Uche, GO Transport, first issue. Yeah, that was what. And I told him, he allowed me to carry their sound and go. And I came back that Sunday. And I made just only 30 minutes late. And I was so fast to fix it up and start playing immediately. While my fans are actually waiting for me. They were waiting for actually. No, they can be attack, or they can then. I have fans. Never than I come back my music. He told me to stop music. That why am I late? I told him I'm sorry, Salekwa, but but I was saying that I should not play again for the whole day. Mami was but for me Bamba saying that my father that what do I think? Imana Bazimba, Mam not the high, because he later apologized to me that it was under the influence of alcohol. That's why he talked to me, and I started calling my father, abusing my parents. Now they are the one that owns Abuja, that they can do away with me and nobody will talk. I was like, you know, because I'm the kind of person that you can do me whatever you can do me, but don't ever talk down on me, like putting my family into it and everything, you know. Just tell me anything. Just tell me that you don't want me anymore. I'll go my way, you go your way. So because of that, even at that, I did not insult him back. But that was what he said that got me angry. That the next morning, Magana needs to get a whole full bus, because I was there. And na Kubana, I would go some equipment for myself. My park Tahini belonged to me, Tina Annie's boss, Olata Walker. Let's go back to Barumba. We don't my contract na Barumba. Meanwhile, I kept some boys na Barumba. And he who doing him the contract while I was in Abuja. So I was earning salary from these two places. Then next to losing the boys. So this is my story so far.
Because from what you said, the problem the guy went with you issue, I've been issue about Maka yours. So Muhammad, would you say that you smoked your way out of Obi Kubana's life?
No, I did not smoke. But even the smoke I smoke, it wasn't public, because I don't smoke in public. It was inside my room.
You smoke secretly?
Yeah, secretly. But somebody came and perceived the smell. Yeah, yes, mother saw me. I got what say.
Can do your aim of saying this now? Do you want to can this message get across to?
Yeah. That why I'm
Obato
Zora. Why I say this? I'm talking the message. Because I'm the way meaning to him now. You understand? But although we have met all this while, we have been seeing
in
occasions, before now. But I only be opportunity. Meaning I could be that's matter be the real truth of what happened. So I just I'm saying this thing now like this because I wanted to get to him. Let him when him chokome for it.
Not
But
just
Omara exactly
away.
yeah, Omara all the way my personality, manner exactly why I did what I did because he felt I insulted him by leaving Abuja and he was nice to me. He doesn't owe me. He was paying my money. He was doing everything, but I was just trying to avoid insulting his uncle or That's why I left. Just the problem of me and Obi Kubana was that I left Abuja, I left Kubana without waiting for him to come back.
And then Bolo Yankee has every right to be angry because him and Oboro one me akpotai. Oh, yeah, be akpotai.
Yeah, exactly.
So when anything Neselunga one me, I think he has every
right
to be angry and know before you actually take decision. And the inner choir, inner and a back, just the way you said, Obi Kolobia. You do a mapo. They're gonna feeling that because open or get you may not react that way.
Yeah, I may not react that way. No, I will have patience. Oh no, no.
And then we come so
but what I guess as of there. So, but that I just wanted to get the real story of what happened.
Okay, it's okay.
And that on here but missing feel I'm game me. But ebe mu asi happen ya later. He called me on a very cool Sunday morning. Also, na he ojikpo mo no okasi church bata. So na mo Chineke na anime that moment. So I para for over 2 hours,
Yeah.
So the story. But after then, he asked him na my nina tara na abali call what I want about that he's not giving me another chance again. That let everything end like that. Masi okay, but at least I've told you my own, and I'm sorry for not waiting for you to come back.
Okay.
But just that I don't want him to be enemy with me. Which we are not enemy today. Because I'm going to go to Abuja you will something happy, sharp to Then now when some issues I want entertainers in a way. From I want entertainers. That issues musically. Only money to be maybe I had the cafe on a way more and is natural because I've seen that the thing is natural on him everybody afraid, but all the ability of you to control yourself. Because Odero easy, madam to na stage, na control thousands of people, no na crowd, no illegal, everybody all eyes on you, but on one. But there is only easy. And if you have the ability to control it, okay, God. That's the truth. Makandena mama kaya. Okay, make it God. Don't you plan illegal? Everybody na-ele gị anya mana ọ na-anaghị nwa na-ele everybody anya mana onye ọbụla na-ele gị anya ọ ga-eme gị dịka iwe ego and gị nwee the ability of doing something that ihe ọbụla imere ha respond or equal yes, you have gotten their mind or zero easy. So that thing is pride and it comes before a downfall. It nearly ruined my life when I was coming up too. That's the truth. I will not lie. That's just the truth. But at the time, I managed myself, now controlling my own, now control and it kept me moving till this stage of life. Now. Then, another thing, attitude.
At least the challenges in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Got problem in entertainers.
In entertainers.
Okay.
Yeah, I have problem in entertainers. Attitude. I want to I forgot say Felaha more Lucky Dube, Bob Marley, maybe I don't know. Any of us who miss with Chalandewo, our role model, Ndine Ilaya, ne Tiegu. So kind of fun, maybe Fela wo ya ayama ka o si na-aṅụ anwụrụ amaghị ihe na chi ya kpatara o ji na-aṅụrụ anwụrụ ma naanị ya ma ihe na chi ya kpara o ji na otu o si na-aṅụ anwụrụ mana most of us bidoro na-aṅụ anwụrụ na duto na afọrọ na Fela na-aṅụ anwụrụ onye ahụ bido soro ṅụwa anwụrụ mebi ọ na-eti egwu Fela ya dị ya ka n'ihe na-ekwa Fela mora bọta ịṅụ oke gị dịtị na end ya gị na street gị ga-aṅụ ma kolos gị gbawa Zahara so attitude ọ dị very bad ya m na-ekwu ya ama m na ndị egwu na-afụ ya na-ege ya onye egwu akpọrọ gị egwu gị ebi egwu ike gị na-akụ gị ọkọ you cannot stay on your stage after performances gị nọdị join ya the ceremony a na-eme you are not out of the ceremony you are not excluded you are not a god of the ceremony and the ceremony is not your own ọ mmemme mmadụ ka ị bịara and you are also an invitee you are invited to come and perform So you are not invited to come and watch and go. You are not a spy. You are an invitee. You see bia me again no there so you could again no kwa. Now watch when doors on name kwa other things. Maybe when the MC is talking, you will learn one or two things. Or maybe mba de be cool or not. You know?